That's we're so used to it right now, man.
I mean, well, we're live now. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
You're
We're live now. Let me pause.
Kick off the show then, bro.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the RGT Podcast, episode 49. We are here with the crew. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Let's go ahead and get it popping. Let's go ahead and say what's up to the people. Meds.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy RGT Day.
All right. Carlos.
Yo, what's good, man? Let's have a little good old fun.
Of course. Pablo the Third, my brother.
Yo, what's goody, everybody? Your boy back. You know, it's good to be on RGT again. So, let's get this shit started. Yo, what's goody, everybody?
All right.
Yeah, we got some background music, man.
Yeah, background.
Yo, what is that?
Yeah, well, somebody's gonna mute their background.
Yeah, somebody's mic.
Oh, that's probably double shooter.
Is it double shooter or correct?
Oh, yeah, I think it's double shooter. You might have to. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
That's probably double shooter. Yeah, I think it's that's double shooter. You might have to. Yeah, mute him.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just mute your mic, until you start talking or whatever.
That's you, Craig. I muted yours. That's Craig.
Oh shit.
That's Craig. I knew it was Craig. I thought
Craig was talking shit too. He was like, "Yo, that was double shoot. Mute his mic."
Nah, that's Craig. All right, well, let's try that again. First of all, shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on? Hit that like button. Go ahead, share it. Let's reach more like-minded gamers. Let's get into the show. But again, say what's up to the people, Mr. Craig Harris.
All right, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. You sound ready. And double shooter. Devil, hey there. Okay. Carlos.
Yo. Once again, man. Friday. Let's get these topics going. And let's talk about some good old gaming news.
All right. Okay. So the internet has exploded, ladies and gentlemen. It has exploded indeed. This has been probably one of the most silliest weeks in the history of gaming. I tell you right now, when it comes to a bunch of things that's happened. A lot of people who you seen be brave on a constant basis when it comes to fighting the good console war fight have eventually just disappeared. Well, I'm going to start into the big one. Nintendo supposedly is getting Scalebound.
What?
Exclusively to their console. And this game was originally supposed to be for the Xbox One, and this was their main baby, their main pride and joy. According to this information, this rumor really, Nintendo has acquired the actual game and will have it exclusively. Who would like to start first?
Whoa. Can I butt in a little bit, just a little bit, and let me squeeze in between?
Go ahead.
But I thought that Scalebound was canceled, man. I thought it was completely down the pipeline. It wasn't even nowhere in the vicinity of anybody even mentioning it to their own platform.
Yep.
This just goes to show you that not everything that, how shall we put it? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Okay.
So practically, this is one of those scenarios where Nintendo probably saw something of a glimmer of hope with the IP, and they wanted to bring it to their platform, and rightfully just. I mean, look at the way the Switch has been selling. The main emphasis is that it is a portable system. You can take it on the go, and now with the Xbox Live implementation, you can play with your friends online via the Xbox Live. So it's a win-win situation for Nintendo and a win-win for Xbox gaming division as well, because conventionally a lot of subscriptions are going to go to playing that game, and it's going to start something new.
Nah, for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Sick. Shout out to Dawn, Spartan, Frogs, everybody that's up in here. What's going on? Who else would like to add on to something to this?
I would like.
Go ahead, Delvisher.
My thought. First of all, I don't think it will. Mostly because if it does, they're going to have to really rework that game to make it run on the Switch.
Well, they are kind of already doing that, though, if you think about it, especially with the rumor and the news that's supposed to coming out now to add to this. Well, you can continue. No, I'm sorry. You can continue your point. I'm sorry.
Yeah. My thought is they're going to have to do a extraordinary amount of work to get it to actually get it on the Switch. So I don't think it's going to happen. But who knows? Okay. I'll love to see the game on the Switch. I think they'll have Switch last week, so that'd be amazing. So
okay. With the Switch and the whole situation involving that particular platform going forward, again, the situation is what you see it, right? Everything is just crazy. If this is true and they're legit getting these games strictly from Microsoft, then that's just putting themselves in a even bigger corner right now when it comes to the market. Because Sony right now is about to reach 100 million. Nintendo is literally like behind them, getting ready to pass them themselves. So this isn't really helping the image whatsoever. But that's how I feel on the subject. Anybody else?
Yeah. The way I feel about it is like, it would be like the biggest L Xbox has ever gotten in like the entirety of like how long they've been like making consoles, because like it's like, yo, they made the game for that platform exclusively and they canceled it, and now it's like supposedly gonna be on the Switch. But I feel like the way we've seen like Scalebound and how it looked, like, come on, like, niggas really think it's gonna look like that on the Switch? That shit probably gonna look like Minecraft. Come on, let's keep it a buck with everybody. Come on, like you don't have to do a lot of like tearing down of the walls to like make that shit run on the Switch.
To be fair, they got Hellblade running on the Switch. It didn't look that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible to get that game to run okay.
But isn't Scalebound open world though? Or like it's
I think that wasn't an open. I'm not sure. I don't.
It's like one of those pseudo open world games or something like.
It was stuck in a loop in developmental hell, so it's been so long.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make it more like a corridor game.
Okay,
if it does come to the Switch.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's crazy about it. I remember a lot of people are sleeping on that game that's coming to PlayStation. It's called Project Awakening. I remember that Dragon game. That was kind of the closest thing Sony's got. Yeah, that's basically Scalebound for PlayStation right there. Yeah. That's the closest thing you got right there for PlayStation. But as far as Nintendo getting Scalebound, I mean, it's a big win. I would say it's a big win. Number one, gamers get to actually see the game finally come out, right? And the fact that it's finally being made is a positive. The fact that it didn't get made for the Xbox, again, that's just going to be added to the list of tragedies, I would say. That just didn't happen this year.
I have a comment on the what do the people call them? What do the kids call it? The YouTube gaming streets. You said everybody just kind of went dark. I noticed that too this week. I mean, it was weird to it was like Thanos snapped his fingers and they were gone. So got dusted. Yeah, they I mean, they had a crazy week, and I mean, once again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I tried to tell the community this months ago, and here we are. And it's just the beginning. Their games are gonna go to the PlayStation in the next 30 months. They ain't got no choice. They have no choice.
Well, if you count,
it's crazy. It's gotten insane.
If you count the Outer Worlds, that's already happening. That's
also fuck the corporate slave Xbox or whatever, like, that don't want none of their games to go on other platforms. Like, why do you want it all to yourself? I never understood that. Like, you don't want Scalebound on Switch, you don't want GamePass on Switch. Like, don't you realize the more people get to play like your game,
the better it is.
Yeah, the better it is. Like, I don't understand that.
Well, that's just it, Pablo. Nobody was saying anything. I just think there were a lot of people.
There was a lot of speculation and calling. There was a lot of speculation. A lot of people calling Craig idiots. And as soon as this news dropped, they just like, what happened, Craig? They just disappeared.
I snapped my fingers. I told people it was going to happen. I told them months ago. I said, "quote the end is near." I can't tell you who. Everybody knows who my source is. Shout out to Lou Waffa. He's the one that told me. He just said, "Look, this is gonna be happening." There's a point where you have to eventually go up to the pond and drink the water. Okay, you see it on the Discovery Channel. There's alligators in that water, and Sony's the big alligator, and they're going to start dragging them under in the next 30 months. They're going to start dragging them under.
It's a crazy thing, just crazy that this happened already. You know,
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Game Pass came out, it took them what feels like less than a year. Don't it feel like it took them less than a year, even though it took them like a little over a year? And again, that's the thing about it too. This whole thing. What's up, Forte? But that's the thing right there too with this whole situation going the streaming and service route. Obviously they want to be. The goal is to become the Netflix of gaming, right? That's the goal.
Correct.
Remember how Netflix started out? Before Netflix had all the Marvel TV shows and the crazy Walking Dead, rights and all that stuff, things like that, their own, the Orange is the New Black and all that, right? They started off with basic stuff. They didn't have anything in terms of variety on the actual service. It took years of partnerships and grinding to get, quality movies on there for that actual, service to blow up. So how long do you guys how long would you think it would take Microsoft to make this whole streaming service thing blow up?
They've already pretty much got that in place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. They're not, it's like they announce stuff. People think, well, they got all this work to do. No, they don't. No. It's already about ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, I love it because what I love is this. They tell people exactly what they're doing, and their own community says they're not going to do that. And then when they do it, they just disappear and start making up excuses. I mean, these are the same crumb-dums that were ripping on the Switch 50 hours ago. 50 hours ago,
they said nobody wants it, it's trash, and all of a sudden, that these games are going to it. It's a great platform. It's an amazing platform. I noticed that too. I was like, what is happening here? Did I just see somebody flip the light switch or somebody just changed the mood?
It's a cool idea on paper, like the whole Netflix gaming thing. Like it is a cool idea, but there's a lot of negatives to it. Like you don't own the fucking game. You know?
DRM.
And also like how's this xCloud thing gonna work with the Game Pass? Like
and
a lot of people don't really have decent internet.
I was going to say that
at all.
I was going to say that because the thing about this, like this is cool, right? For future proofing, like going further. But I would say that this is kind of a weird way to go right now because think about it. Google Fiber is pretty much the internet that everybody wants. I think we all can agree, right? That's the internet everybody wants.
Fiber, period.
Fiber is the internet everybody needs. The moment fiber becomes the internet that's the standard for everyone around the world, that's what I think this would have been a perfect opportunity just to like really push this. But pushing it right now this early, I mean, it's cool on paper, right? It sounds great on paper. A lot of stuff sounds great on paper, but you got to really think about the core stuff that makes it kind of what it is.
Well, you really think about that. Yes, AMD showed. Everybody thinks AMD only showed that Assassin's Creed thing for 10 seconds. No, they had an entire setup of them streaming at 1080p, 60 and high settings.
Mm-hmm.
So they had no problems. But I do agree with the fiber because that's what's if Google gets into the gaming thing, that's over. They just
Google is. I'm telling you right now, Google is chiming in. I don't know how Google's gonna make theirs work. I don't know who exactly they're trying to partner with, try to get games on their service. But I'm telling you, Google stepping they game up with their servers. They stepping it up. So it's gonna be interesting to see the quality test, right? Like how it compares between Google. Was it Google Cast or Chromecast? What is it? I forgot what it's called. Chromecast, something like that. And versus xCloud. So that's gonna be interesting.
That's Project Stream or something.
Project Stream. Thank you. Mez, what you think about the situation, my brother? You went quiet. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
About about Scalebound?
Yeah, Scalebound, the whole thing. Work your way from Scalebound and then up to the future. You get up to it.
I mean, I'm glad Scalebound's coming out. I mean, it's not going to be the same game that we expect, that it was going to be.
Because, of course.
That would make a Switch explode. But that's cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Platinum games.
Right.
The game was canceled for a reason. It could be a potential L, but I'm going to be optimistic about it. And if it comes out, if it's true, I'll cop it. I'm happy about it.
Well, why would the Switch explode? Isn't it? Doesn't have NVIDIA.
He's saying like on the same scale that it was when we first saw it on the X.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Doesn't you all keep telling?
Yeah, because that thing didn't even run on an Xbox. So
I'm just saying, it's NVIDIA it's a NVIDIA GPU, right?
Yeah.
And all you all keep telling me is how much better NVIDIA is. So
but it's like a mobile processor.
Yeah, that's a mobile chipset though.
I mean, the only thing that we can confirm and that we can concur from all the situation, it's gonna have to be downscaled to 720p when it's undocked. Now, if you take it on the dock mode,
you even get it to 1080p.
Probably way worse than that. Doom is like 360p.
Yeah, that's 360. I was gonna say, yeah, that's 360p.
Wait, can we also talk about how Switch owners like damage control that?
That's the whole thing. So yeah, the whole thing about it. Yeah, what was you about to say?
Hey man, graphics don't matter, bro.
Yeah, they don't, but like they don't to a certain degree. But like, Jesus Christ, come on, bro, 360p, bro.
Yeah, man. How come all of a sudden it doesn't? Because again, the same people that were buttering their biscuits just a few weeks ago about resolution were like, it doesn't matter. You know,
bro, listen, man. People like making these arguments when it's convenient for them.
Right.
Okay, that's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, that shit's gonna end.
How Smooth taking the news and everything? I'll say because I know Smooth has been on a warpath.
Man, you guys, Smooth is fine. Smooth is fine. He enjoys the game, so that's all he cares about, honestly. But I can't speak for Smooth. But that's what I'm getting.
Here's the thing, though. Like some people was talking about. Somebody put me in a good conversation about Smooth and the whole thing. You guys remember when he was playing Bloodborne? Remember the struggle of Bloodborne? Remember how he raged on Bloodborne, but he was also having fun with it. Like he kept.
He loved that game.
He loved the game. You compare that attitude and that commitment to Crackdown 3, it's non-existent. It's really non-existent. And then
what are you talking about exactly?
Like it's not the same. It don't feel like he's playing like he's having fun. It's like he's just playing it for the sake of playing it, for audience purposes.
I think you guys are watching his moves too closely. Just let the man play some games.
Yeah.
Let the man enjoy his games.
Here you go.
I think he really does like the game. Like, I just think he's overreacting about the reviews. I don't see why he puts too much effort into caring about that.
No kid Smooth slander will be tolerated here.
Nah, fuck Smooth.
Shout out to the homie Melon Matt. What's up, my brother? But
that's my guy.
Yeah, shout out to Melon. But it's it's crazy, man. Those situations involving the whole console and just the game. What's up, J Dog? I don't get it though. I really don't get it. There was just so much fighting over something that we clearly can see with our own eyes is not what we were shown previously, right? Crackdown 3 did not look anything like it. I thought people would just get over it.
We beaten a dead horse, bro. Let's never bring Crackdown 3 up ever again, bro. Like,
what about that Anthem review today? I mean,
the conversation's over.
Yeah,
let's shit on Anthem. Let's
shift it to Anthem. So Anthem's been getting a lot of criticism. I'm talking reviewers are slandering it. It got so bad that even Mike Ybarra came out on Twitter and stated that he was angry with one reviewer saying that reviewer didn't know how to play the game. Now I didn't think I would ever see an Xbox executive defend. Now, okay, it's not like weird for an Xbox executive or a PlayStation executive to stand up for their product, but for him to stand up for a third party product,
but they have the marketing.
Weird. And yet, okay, that makes sense. But
did you see what this?
They have the marketing.
They pretty much said that the frame rates on the X and the S were just not very good. They said, check this out. Guess where the Xbox is struggling? Guess what part of the game? It's the part where they reach a bunch of puddles. All of a sudden, the frame rate starts to drop. I mean, that was according to Digital Foundry. When you get to the water,
I haven't even bothered watching Digital Foundry. I stopped watching Digital Foundry because it got hard.
Trash. Yeah. I mean, garbage. I mean, it was a downgrade. And once again, X did not give it to me. So I don't understand. I mean, somebody's got to really have to help me understand why the 6 T-flop thing is just not working out. I mean,
shout out to the homie Diver. What's up, Diver?
Yeah, what's up, Diver? Somebody explain that to me that has a PC. Why is the 6 flop thing not working? Why is the PlayStation version of that game running better and looking better? Well,
okay. Question: who exactly in this party is going to buy Anthem? Like, even in the chat, to the
Not me.
I have
Anthem Game of the Year, bro.
I have Anthem.
You said Anthem's Game of the Year. You buying?
Well, if everybody,
no, I'm not buying that.
In my PayPal,
hey, what up, Skyfall Gaming?
Yeah, I'll get it, but somebody's got to buy it for me. It's got fake. It's got no HDR.
He said I was getting somebody got to buy it for me. That means you're not buying it.
Listen, man. I unlike you fellas, I had to actually do the subscription to the Origins premiere.
Yeah, I got that
because I like it really had a lot of red flags to me, a lot of them, and I was like, you know what? Instead of spending the $60, let me just do the subscription, get it over with, play it, and give it a proper review after I play it. Thus far, the game does play well on PC. It doesn't have no problems. I mean, if you're running on an older system, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of loading time issues because, let's face it, older systems are not gonna play very well. But newer systems, they're not gonna have that much of a problem. I think just people are just taking it too far out of context because of the situation that has befallen with the Crackdown situation, and now with this game getting a lower score, just the same way as Crackdown, everybody wants to join in the banter.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
so you think people are hiding behind Anthem scores to try to mirror their guilt towards Crackdown?
Yeah, I think, bro. I think.
Every time a game gets either too high or too low a score, there has to be a conspiracy.
Anthem is masquerading the L's that
can a game just be trash?
Nah, the game is trash, bro. Like I'm not gonna debate it with anybody else and say, oh yeah, the game is fine. My experience for the game might differ from the next person, so I'm not defending it. That it has.
Wait a minute, Carlos.
That it has.
Oh, one at a time.
Oh, go ahead, brother. My bad.
That it has its issues. Yes, there are apparent issues in the game that need to be fixed, especially with the content because it's pretty short. From what I've been reading from people and the reviews that they've been giving it, they feel that it's been too moderately downsized in terms of content, and quite so. You're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna feel that they're being short strawed for the game.
Short straw.
Yeah, man.
Carlos made up like 4 words already, dog. It's crazy.
What would you say, man? You said, can the game be slandered if it's trash? As you said, I heard you like.
No, I'm saying because he said something about the scores and it being like Crackdown 3 and some. Yeah. I don't know. Every time, all I'm saying is that every time a game either gets too high or too low a score, it's a conspiracy. A game can't just be awesome or a game can't just be trash. There's always some conspiracy. Come on, man, stop this.
Well,
everybody. Not you. I'm talking everybody.
Yeah, it's everybody. He's got a point. There are a lot of games that get that treatment for some weird reason.
All right, just to clarify it, what I mean by it is that some people want to feel that since they played the game and that the other game has scored just about the same, they want to portray the same quality into that same scenario. They want to say, "Oh yeah, it's a shitty game. It's a shitty game." And quite frankly, both games are shitty right now. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybe. It's just the situation for both games. They both suck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see.
Wait. Hang on. Because I have something to address that Carlos said earlier.
Oh, go ahead.
Something about Anthem playing fine on newer systems. Bro, I saw a video where they were comparing load times, and the game was installed on an SSD, and they were comparing the load times to Sonic 2006. Which has like historically ridiculous, notorious load times, and the load times were longer. If you equip a gun, if you get a new gun and you want to try it out, it takes 7 minutes to go back to the place to swap your gun out and come back. Like, that's unacceptable, dog. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you're damn near spending more time loading than playing the game.
I mean, from my perspective, I would also see that the problem with that is just the server itself. The server itself is giving that much of a hard time for the
and that's unacceptable because EA is a multi-billion-dollar publisher.
That right there, I can say honestly, that really needs to be fixed completely.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Everybody saying. Anybody else? Anything else they want to add to that before I
Well,
move
I have
on?
Origin. I have Origin EA Origin. How do I play the game on an Origin account? It tells me I can get a 10-hour trial. I mean, that's trash right there. If the game's trash, so I'm not gonna pay for it. It's not no HDR. How can you not have HDR? If you turn off motion blur on the Xbox X or on the Xbox, it cuts off something's going on with the game's garbage. I mean, something's wrong with that game.
Yeah, it's poorly optimized for the consoles. Period, man.
I'm being told that when you turn off motion blur.
Well, why is it running so well? At least the demo was on the PlayStation.
I don't even know, man. Not the only way that we can find that answer is BioWare comes up with an explanation into why they're having these issues right now, even on release, because the game releases today.
Yeah, the patch is out today.
This is also very alarming because BioWare, right? They got a pass. They got a pass for Andromeda because it was the B team. Okay, cool. Let's see what the A team does. If this is the A team at BioWare right now, then they're in trouble.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much.
You already know how quick EA is to shut somebody down, so
I can wholeheartedly I can agree with that term because listen, man, people are paying even if you're paying for the service, you want to have some type of quality brought to the game, regardless. Doesn't matter how much you pay. It's really how the experience for the person or the user is being, brought to them. And quite frankly, this whole situation with both games, even with Crackdown and Anthem, is looking pretty crappy for people.
Yeah. Oh my God. So Savage Lobo in the chat saying he would get Anthem because he bought the RTX card. I don't know which RTX card he bought, but
did Savage, you buy the 1660?
Oh.
What?
Because they just finished releasing the
they got the new art skirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's GTS actually. It doesn't have the RTX ray tracing stuff on it. That's why it's cheaper.
Well,
does it have that on? So much
according to a well-known YouTuber,
like 250
consoles are going to have ray tracing. So that's what I mean.
They're going with AMD, and AMD doesn't have their own proprietary ray tracing technology. So I don't think so, Chief. I don't think so, Chief.
No.
It's called Radeon Ray.
Yeah, but it's not out. It's not available yet.
No, it's not going to be used.
Well, the whole add on to the whole Anthem thing before I move on the topic, I'm going to ask everybody who's in the chat who has the game Anthem on PC at least, did they at least fix the problem where the actual enemies would disappear after shooting at them? Did they at least fix that problem yet with the game? That was an ongoing problem I had with the beta playing it on PS4. Especially now using the Storm character. Now you guys know Storm is a heavy duty, attack type of character. He's like a support character. So he can freeze people. You can, time attacks with it and do massive damage. That's the point behind Storm. Did they fix? I wonder if they fixed the enemies. If they fixed the enemies, then might have to pick that up eventually. Because I actually enjoyed Anthem for what it was. It was actually not bad. It wasn't a bad game.
The game is mechanically the game is not bad. The way the game plays is fine.
Okay, so they said they did. Okay,
it's just the performance issues that people are having problems with.
Yeah,
the game itself, the way it plays.
Is it mostly on PC or console that the issue?
Everywhere. It doesn't matter which one you play it on.
Everywhere. So the issue is more common like on the PC? Is that basically what the basis is, or is it console as well?
Console,
like PC Master Race.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a grips of that. Okay. All right.
Well, they haven't tested it on the PlayStation yet. So that will come, I guess, in the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched Candyland. Is that what it's called? Candyland. So I watched that.
Yeah, six basically gave me the same reaction that I had with the beta. I thought the beta was fine. I was enjoying myself for what it was in the beta. Like they said, it's awesome. So I had the same action on the game on beta.
The game plays fine, people. It plays fine. I just
make sure that everything is whatever.
It's just the performance side of the game. For certain people, they're gonna have that lackluster experience, and they're gonna have to fix that loading screen issue where every time you go into a different area of the game, it takes longer for them to render the actual levels. Like it really does take some time. Like it really does.
Really?
Yeah.
My man Slow Mo into the chat. What's up? He says nowadays it's like game is a masterpiece or trash. Or is he?
Well, I just think their problem is that it's tracking lower than Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't think that was possible. I mean, how is that possible? You made a game worse than that? Yeah. I mean, that game was garbage.
Let's move on before I lose track.
Yeah, let's talk about that Reggie Fils-Aime.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Reggie Fils-Aime is retiring in April after years of service to Nintendo. Now, you guys remember every time a Sony executive said that they were leaving or retiring, people immediately assumed doom and gloom. What do you guys say about Reggie officially leaving?
He's going to
I
mean,
don't think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go. I'm happy for him. I mean, he was an awesome guy. I think he was very charismatic, and honestly, I don't think Nintendo's going to skip a beat because I don't really think he really was about. I think he was more like a base, like not like making big decisions kind of guy. But I'm happy for him. At 57 years old, his body was ready to retire.
Oh shit! I was just about to say that. Yo, his body was ready, bro. Reggie Fils-Aime, legendary. Like one of the most legendary like people like to work at Nintendo. Like just seeing him on every meme and shit. Like it's just hilarious, man. Like I feel like he's like the only guy like that's like on an executive like level that you've seen like do.
Bro, you say like one more time.
Like that. Wait, what happened?
Never mind.
I don't even know what happened.
He was trying. Reggie.
But yeah, basically, yeah, I'm happy for him. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to talk about Reggie?
Well, I mean, I'll go last.
Go ahead, Dubs.
As far as I know, he was only like president of the American side of the company, right? So Nintendo, there not much is going to change. Like maybe the marketing of the American side of the company will change, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, Reggie was, many people can question the way he handled things, the way in terms of direction or the way he like presented wise. But one thing you cannot argue about Reggie, he loved his job. He loved gaming. He loved his industry, and he was very committed and passionate towards Nintendo. And for that, I wish him none but the best as he retires from Nintendo in April. So that is definitely
most
important. Do you guys know the name of the guy who's replacing him?
Tyrone.
Doug Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser.
Oh god!
I was shocked that his last name was Bowser. So you already know the memes are overwhelming with Nintendo now.
That's what I'm saying.
Nintendo's fucked now. Loot box is confirmed for Mario.
Nah, but let's keep it 100, man. Reggie was one of a kind in terms of being energetic, advertising his company the best way possible, and most importantly, emphasizing games for their platform. Their main priority was just to give you games and more games upon games so that people can enjoy. Yep. And for that, I give him a big salute and good luck in his new endeavor.
Facts. Shout out to the Crimside Spy, aka Savage Lobo. He said, "What a time to be alive." Thank you for the super chat, bro. Him retiring though. I mean, hey, it's crazy, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not shocked by it. He's been committed to that company for the longest. He's been there. He's always been there. And I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be on a board of directors thing. That's if he actually legit leaves. Because I remember Kasserai stepped down from head of Sony. He's on a board of directors thing. So maybe he's going in that type of route. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying like he's been part of Nintendo. That's been a part of his whole thing for the longest. But you never know. You never know what happened. You never know. So let's see here. Moving on here. So Halo Infinite. Now, okay, let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask everybody in the chat as well. When do you guys think, when did you think that Halo Infinite was going to drop for the Xbox?
2020.
2021.
Did you guys think this was an Xbox One X game or a new Xbox game?
New Xbox game.
It'll be cross-gen.
I think it's gonna be a cross-gen game.
New hardware, bro. Let's
New
just
hardware?
be honest.
Strictly new hardware? No cross-gen?
Not cross-gen. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be very honest. The game itself, the development time, and how long is it gonna take for it to come out? It's not gonna be for the One X. The One X, let's be honest, is phasing out with this whole new move that they're making by putting everything else on other platforms, and the support for the game is not going to be as impactful as it has been in the past with the One X.
Okay. Well, the reason why I asked that, is because the game's development it's going to take longer, pretty much, because they're focusing on improving their tools to bring this game out here. Now, again, usually when they say they're improving tools, that's usually a cop out because they want to bring it to another platform, especially when it's with all the rumors and speculation going around that Microsoft will indeed show off the new Xbox at E3. Now, I'm telling you, man, at this point in time, it wouldn't shock me if it is a cross-gen game or if it is strictly for the new Xbox, because you think about it again. So what does Microsoft need in terms of when it comes to new consoles? At the end of the day, you need a system seller, right? You still need a system seller. So for the game to come out for the new Xbox, again, it wouldn't shock me at all. This is true. So it is what it is. Anybody else want to add to that? Meds in particular? Guess not.
Go ahead. I'll say something real quick. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, though.
I was just gonna say I disagree with Carlos. I think the game's gonna be cross-gen. There's no way Microsoft is gonna release a new Xbox and have that alone be the sales of the game. Like usually in a console generation, the previous consoles have like 1 or 2 years of content. So I don't think I think it's gonna be cross-gen.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I agree with him. Because if you think about it, every generation for a system, usually it's kind of
1 or 2 years.
Not a lot of games coming out and shit. Yeah. So you need something like a Halo to hold it up a bit.
Yeah, exactly. They need it. It's kind of like they did with the 360. I remember how big Halo was when the 360 dropped, when we first got the first ever limited edition console. You remember that? Microsoft's looking to do that type of thing with Halo, but the thing is, they have to really go above and beyond, right? In my personal opinion, for Halo to even bring that type of spark back to the community. But that's how I feel on the subject. So, moving forward here.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
Just I mean that game is going to be big. I'm not here to say because of the lore that they're not doing a good job with the lore.
Right.
They're just not. They F that up. So hopefully the game itself is really good. If you could just like that picture they had of it, if it's looking something like that, you can go climb mountains and stuff. You can look up and see the ring. I mean, that's what people are missing. Yeah. You know, this bullshit. I mean, why is there another Halo out there?
I agree. Jinx said give Halo a break. I mean, I'm giving it a break, man. I'm just, me personally, it's gotten to this point where it's that's all I expect from Microsoft, you know? And that's never the type of attitude you want towards any company, where you're just you just expect this one thing, you know? You should go into every company expecting newer things, newer experiences. And that's where I kind of am just on the, against the wall here, okay, what else you got? That's how I feel on the subject. You know, it's how it is. But it is again, it is what it is. The next one, Microsoft is working on an Xbox app, GamePass, and of course, Ori and the Will of the Wisp is heading towards the Nintendo Switch. All this is going to the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo Switch will have an Xbox app, it will have Game Pass, and it will get Ori and the Will of the Wisp. This is the rumor.
Ooh. I'm getting Ori day one on my Switch.
You're getting day one on your Switch.
I actually sold my Xbox because of that news, of Game Pass coming to Switch.
Okay.
I thought you got rid of it because it was moist. But okay.
Well, that too. No, but there's not really any point of owning an Xbox, really, if you think about it. Yeah. If Game Pass is coming and then xCloud, And if it runs like as well as they say it does, then it's not any point.
Hey, if you hang on to their word, they said they found the secret keyword. They found the key to make it work. So they found the key to make it work. Then that means that it should work seamlessly, right? So I mean, again, if it works,
I think Switch fans are gonna support Ori a lot better than Xbox fans will.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, you seen the track record with most Xbox exclusives.
Yeah, when it comes to platformers, Nintendo fans really like that, so they're gonna eat it up.
Yep. Really? Like Nintendo was loving it. Like it's like Cuphead. If Cuphead came to the Switch, I'm telling you, they would eat it up. They would buy that.
Cuphead should come to the Switch. That'd be an excellent Switch game.
That would be an amazing port for them.
I forgot about Cuphead.
What about X Mighty? I disagree with you, man. Okay.
What's up? You disagree with me about what?
I disagree with you. I think there's still a reason to own a Xbox. I mean, because if the Game Pass does come to the Switch, you're going to have to stream all those games, and a lot of people don't want to stream. So, at least me personally, I don't want to stream, but
yeah.
So there's
but what if the streaming is actually really good and like you have low latency on it? There's literally like no lag on it.
Right, that's the goal for streaming service.
That's a big if it does that. And not only that, I mean, not the internet in many places aren't good enough for that. Mm-hmm. I can tell you this right now that where I live, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to stream anything. I can barely play online on my console without lag. My internet's trash.
All right. So to countercheck that whole situation, now we're talking about latency issues and we're talking about the consistency with the internet service, right?
Yeah.
Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button.
What if they provide you with the option to download the games to the Switch's expandable memory, like let's say SD card, and make it more feasible?
Yeah, but the Switch won't be able to run it.
It won't be able to run all those games.
I got that. Maybe with Ori or something, like they could directly port it on there or something like that. But
a game like Ori and Cuphead, those can be played natively on the Switch, but not most other Xbox games.
Yeah, that's why the streaming app is the whole point. So the Switch can get games that it can't actually play natively.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just I don't know the whole situation. What you think about it, Mitch? I know you were like really all of you guys really were getting attacked on the
about Ori and Cuphead coming to Switch.
Yeah, about Ori and the Xbox app and Game Pass going. To Switch.
I mean, listen, we talked about this before. I'm happy about this is all good. Like who's losing here? Like who is losing here? I don't see how this is an L for anyone.
You think
More
about it,
people get to enjoy good games.
A lot. If you think about it, Nintendo's gaining a lot out of this because Nintendo literally is getting a free network. Remember, they're building the network because they want Xbox Live on the Switch, right? So they're getting a brand spanking new network, cost free, and they're getting Xbox games with Game Pass and potential Xbox consumers on their platform. Yeah, that is insane.
I'm happy, man.
Nintendo's in a win-win situation. They cannot lose from what they're doing.
Yeah, and Xbox stands to benefit from it as well, even though some people are going to are just going to use this as as further ammo to the Xbox got no games narrative. But honestly, that's cool with me, man. Like if a game could be literally everywhere and played on any platform, I think that's better for everybody. So it's all good, man.
Actually, that does make sense. Like I guess you could see someone like with a Switch be like, hey, this runs at this resolution. I might want to play it on like an X or something like that. It might convince him to get something like that, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I think it's a giant L.
I think it's a giant L.
Well, it is simple. I mean,
more people get to play games.
An L for who exactly and why?
People have been conditioned. I mean, look, all right, I'll tell you why. What if we don't know each other from Adam? We're all at E3. 2013, Xbox One launches. I come up to you, say, man, you don't know my black face from Adam. But, brother, I'm going to tell you right now, in 5 years, Xbox is going to start putting their games on their competitors' console. You would have smacked me 3 times. I had every right to. So this is a deal. This is an L. I mean, you do not.
But explain to me how more people being able to play a game is an L.
Okay, but if that had been Nez, if that had been their initial reason to make the Xbox, fine. They would have walked out on stage in 2013 and said, "We plan on putting games on the Nintendo and all these other consoles." They did, but this isn't their plan. This is it. This is 4th down and 40, and you're throwing a Hail Mary. Now I'm happy for the people, but the conditioning that Microsoft has put them through in real time, like none of this matters. It's like hypnotic suggestion. You know, you don't need exclusives. You have the Xbox. It's just and to see them online just butter the biscuits and put them in the oven and put the butter on.
I still don't get your point. I still don't get how is an Xbox gamer losing anything from this? Explain this to me. Like, what are they?
The only way it's if you're a fanboy and you don't want any games on any other console.
Like if what you want is just to hoard the games to have a list to be like, oh, I can play this and you can't, then I guess you're taking an L. But if you are that kind of person, then you're a loser anyway.
Well, no, there's no identity. That's it.
And that's fine. But some people want Xbox and they're gonna get the Xbox. And if you want to play Xbox games but you don't want an Xbox, you have that option too.
Well, but it's just
but that shouldn't matter to you. We're not at the business meetings. We're not doing all this stuff like wondering how to like better the brand. Like we just want to play more games, and that's what they're doing. They're letting people on Switch play more games, have access to more games.
Well, but
I don't see what's with that.
The value of X is right. Means unknown.
I mean, we shouldn't be worried about that though. That's on them if they want to do all that. I'm just happy that we're gonna get more games, or Switch owners are gonna get more games.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's fine. They're going to get more games, but they've lost their identity. But they lost their identity without a fight.
Hey, Craig, are you Craig? Are you saying that this is Xbox admitting defeat? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, well,
it definitely is.
Well, I guess if you look at it that way, then yeah.
I mean, they admitted defeat when Phil Spencer came out in 2015 and said we're putting all our games on PC. That was defeat.
Yeah. That was the first phase of becoming the "survive together" slogan.
Yeah, the putting games everywhere.
But they don't get that.
But I don't. This idea that they're gonna become like the Sega of like gaming, I don't think that's true. I think people are still gonna like rock out on Xbox. Like next gen, I think millions of people are still gonna buy that console.
Gonna call in the B2 and get one man army and all and get president.
Man, I love that catchphrase, calling the V2. Forte, if you want in here, I've seen your link, my brother. If you want to get in there and share your piece, but it's crazy. What's up, Burner Black?
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't understand how it's an L unless you're just looking at it through the lens of console war. It's like, oh, you took an L because your console won't sell because it doesn't have any exclusives.
Well,
why do you care about how many consoles they sell?
Well, he did say identity. What is Microsoft known for?
They did not make the Xbox. If they had announced this in 2013, that we're going to put games on our. I mean, this is a rumor, but if it's true, they did not announce in 2013 that they were going to put games on their competitors' consoles. They didn't. So this was not planned. Okay, this is the equivalent.
So because you change plans, you lose? I don't
know. It's like Honda saying we're going to let Toyota.
So you can't change your mind, and if you have a plan that's clearly a losing plan, you should stick to the losing plan?
No, they changed their mind. Fair enough. But it's still
survival mode at this point.
But the drawback of that is stripping of the identity.
Okay.
That's an L.
I mean, me personally, I don't care about any of that.
I understand. It would be like DC saying, "Yeah, we're going to let Marvel put Batman and Robin in a movie."
and you don't think that would be an awesome movie?
I don't know. But it strips the DC people of it strips them of their identity.
Okay.
That character's identity.
Right.
I mean, you know,
I can kind of see what you're saying with the identity thing. Like we kind of don't know what they want to be. Yeah. But yeah.
Listen, all I know.
This rumor just broke the surface, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I love Twitter.
Okay, what happened?
Now, this is breaking news. This is where we officially get into the round. First of all, everybody hit that like button because this is about to go left. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about to go seriously left.
Oh god.
It's about to go so left that I don't think anybody really want
to. Is there any recovery from it?
I don't think there's any recovery for when I'm about to show. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Present to everybody. Let me click on my name. And here you go. It's on the screen. Oh God.
Yeah, Microsoft's been wanting to put Game Pass on PS4.
No, they legit are coming out and saying it now.
What's that now?
There you go. It's on the
of course. This is news.
That's news.
I saw that. But technically, it broke today, though.
On the damage control and say that's not that they would never want to be doing that. Listen, it's
everywhere means everywhere, man.
It's on the table. They want that. They want to be on PlayStation.
If Xbox isn't on PlayStation, it's because PlayStation doesn't want to
accept that.
Yeah, they don't want it
right now.
They didn't even want EA access. They're not going to get no xCloud.
Yeah, I don't think Sony wants.
Hold on, I'm not looking at it. I'm really dropping a bomb on somebody who doesn't understand what 1800p checkerboard at the 4K means on Twitter. So I just destroyed the voice of reason. But
it's crazy when you look at this situation, though, as you look at it from both perspectives. Like if you look at it from a business perspective, right? Business, keyword business. From a business perspective, is actually smart because they have other platforms they can reach.
Yeah,
you look at it from a consumer.
It's smart.
You obviously are benefiting as a consumer because you're on those platforms, especially if you want to play those games. But if you look at those who are the faithful, quote unquote, who bought the
oh my God,
those experiences,
not like
and those people were getting kind of shafted. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, this is not going to be pretty bad.
The faithful are definitely getting shafted, I would say, and that's what my take will be on.
Well, now put that back up there one more time, Daddy-O. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
All right, look, go to the YouTube channel. Go watch the stream.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right, it's coming up right now. Present to everybody.
Yo, this is like monumentally.
Yeah, there you go.
Crazy.
Give it a second.
Okay.
You see it?
Microsoft 11. Oh yes.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
As I said months ago, the end is near.
What did you say on Twitter? Dread from it, run from it.
Destiny
I saw that.
Yeah, dread it. Your destiny's gonna arrive. You're about to be drugged under the wire.
PlayStation really the Thanos of gaming, though.
They are. I mean, it's bad. It's true. If that's making some shit up on Friday afternoon. So.
Yeah,
but the truth, like the whole situation, it doesn't surprise me though. It doesn't surprise me because you think about it. Remember, this is kind of now it all makes sense for crossplay. Y'all remember that? You remember that crossplay debacle, Mets? They kept trying to soften the media up. No, they literally kept trying to soften Sony up, and Sony was like wasn't having any of that to begin with. They're like, we don't want to do crossplay. We don't need crossplay. They kept trying to soften everybody up with crossplay. So when people started saying, "Oh, okay, I want to do crossplay," all of a sudden, Game Pass is on those platforms. Every single platform that does crossplay has Game Pass on it.
Well, that's
including Nintendo.
I love it. And shout out to Impatient Fire. As he said, I prophesized this. See, I had a vision one night.
Oh, God.
And there it was. I was playing Gears of War on my PlayStation. It felt so real. And then I saw this cute little angel. It was like 3 feet tall and gray. And it said, this is going to happen. And then they blessed me, with the vision of the end of the Xbox community. So I am now in charge of their community, and this is going to happen.
So Craig, you're basically saying you're happy that Gears of War is coming to the PS4, PS5.
Oh, nautical jumped in the chat.
Oh shit!
And you're happy that you'll be able to stream the game on your PS5. So that's basically what you'll be doing. You won't be playing it natively on the system.
Oh, I'll be playing Gears on my.
Craig got 1 terabyte of internet, bro. So he's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
No. I'm saying, so you're one of the few people that have enough internet to stream the game natively stream it with no issues or nothing on your system.
I'm playing Gears on my PC. Who is this?
No, you just said PlayStation. You just
said the vision was on my PlayStation.
Well, no, you just said you played on your PlayStation.
That was my vision. I don't know if I'll play it, but as soon as you see Gears of War pop up on that PlayStation, don't be shocked. Don't come to me running crying for mom.
I believe it. I think it should happen because of the way that Microsoft is situated inside the gaming sphere. Everybody knows
Microsoft. They get situated. They got pushed there.
No, Microsoft. We already know Microsoft is the redheaded stepchild of the gaming community. We all know that Nintendo and Sony have more reach than any of them. Then Microsoft combined. We know Microsoft only has America and certain parts of Europe tied up. and we know and PlayStation has everything else. So this makes sense for Microsoft to make this type of move for them because they know they can't compete with Sony on a worldwide level.
Compete. Yeah, that's true. They can't compete. I know
they
that.
They can't compete.
So it's good because basically their maturity in the market. Basically, they're not established long.
Put it like this: they're doing something that no other console decided to do.
Right.
When Sega decided to become third party, they dropped their system and they became third party. Microsoft's like, screw that. We're not going to drop our console. We're going to make this so people can still play their games natively if you want to play them on PC or you can play them on Xbox. If you want to play them somewhere else, you'll be able to stream them. But if you want that native experience, you have to have either a PC or you have to have an Xbox to do it. But guess what? They're not leaving those other people behind. They're saying, hey, if you want to play our games, we don't care.
Well, I mean, it's the thing, though. Game Pass, though, is not technically streaming now, is it, though? Game Pass, you can usually run it natively on the console if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
It depends on the game, though. You telling me Gears of War?
Well, yeah, I mean, true. You got a point there. Like, not every single game will be native. Like not every. Like, for example, you can't play like on PC. We're subjected to only the Play Anywhere titles. We can't play every single thing. Yeah, we can't play every single one. But again, we don't have to stream it though. Again, that's eventually going to be unlocked where you can actually download the games from the service.
Well, I think any game any game that's able to be played on a system, as long as that system or that developer or that platform holder is okay with it, Microsoft will sell a physical copy of that game. I can see Ori being sold as a physical cartridge on the Switch. Same thing with Hellblade. I can see it being sold, especially since they showed it running on there. It could be sold. Something like Gears of War or Halo probably will be relevant to Game Pass and is in the streaming function because it can't run natively on the system. Now, who says Sony will, if Sony won't allow EA access on their system, they're damn sure not going to allow Microsoft to be on the damn system. So you're going to probably just be streaming those games no matter what.
But who's to say you'll be streaming it on PlayStation? That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're going to be downloading the games natively on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, well, come on, let's be real here, Forte. Sony won't even let them do crossplay. You really think Sony will allow do streaming? So it's not gonna do streaming with them. That's either gonna be exactly. That's either gonna be most of the stuff you're gonna see this at will be PC, obviously, Nintendo, because Nintendo is subjective, right? And whatever else they want to do with the streaming service. So they want to bring the streaming service to other platforms such as the mobile tablet devices. Okay, that will be there. But that's it.
Saying is Craig is talking out of his ass right now because it's never going to happen when it comes to Sony.
Well,
it's a rumor.
We were saying the same thing about Nintendo, and here it is happening.
It is happening.
Go ahead. Craig.
Well, go ahead, Craig.
Well, that's the truth. The end is near.
I hope it happens.
Oh shit!
More games for more people.
He'll say the end is near.
Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Let me pay the bill real quick. Shout out to RD El Matador. He said, "Thanks, Phil, for making Xbox more irrelevant." Shaking my head. There you go. Thank you.
That's a rumor. It may not even.
It's a rumor. It's a rumor. It's not confirmed. It's a rumor.
The funny thing is, how can you make it more relevant when they're probably going to make more? They're probably going to put their games everywhere, so more.
Yeah, make more money, put it in the hands of more gamers. I don't get the logic either.
Well, man, you said the Xbox, the brand itself, Microsoft is going to do fine with the changes that they're doing. Yeah. But in terms of the fan base, I guess what he's saying in terms of the fans, the loyalists, the people who actually buy the system strictly for the console and for the games that are strictly on that console, those people are being affected because those games are no longer exclusive.
But how does that affect them? They can still play them
because they usually buy those games, those consoles for those. They buy that. They're not.
If you play on Xbox primarily, you play on Xbox regardless.
Yeah,
because that's just your preference. Like obviously, people still play on Xbox, even though it quote unquote got no games, right? So obviously, they didn't buy the console for those games.
I'm pretty sure majority of the people who buy these consoles day one are the people who buy it for Halo, Gears, and Forza.
But
do they not?
40 million people bought it day one. Dude, everybody didn't buy the console day one.
A lot of people bought it though for Halo, Gears, and Forza though, did they?
And Ryan, don't forget to call in the beach.
Yo, you
man army,
and they're still getting these games. I don't understand.
You gotta think about it too. These are casuals we're talking about.
Yeah, casuals. Casuals take up the majority. They buy whatever.
Yeah.
It don't really matter with casuals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the casuals blow with the wind. So
yeah, exactly. Like they hear this console's more powerful, just by a little millisecond, they'll buy that one.
Yeah, if I'm a console gamer, I'm going with the most powerful console. That's what I would do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
When the PS4 launched, I went with the PS4 because it was the most powerful console.
Yeah,
I didn't choose it because of the exclusives.
So I'll tell you. I bought a PlayStation for God of War, an exclusive. I play Xbox for Halo, an exclusive. And the biggest thing is, if Microsoft was to, let's just say Microsoft was to just allow those games to go to PlayStation and play on PlayStation, I would buy a PlayStation and not an Xbox. Why? Because I can still play Halo over there. I'm still able to play the game I want to play. People keep thinking of Xbox as the box that you have to play the games. There used to not be an Xbox. You guys remember, we used to all be PlayStation and Nintendo fans only. Yeah. Xbox only came into the situation when they gave us something we wanted. Now that we have that game that we want, or games that's coming out in the future that we might want, if they decide to put those games other places, I don't see nothing wrong with a person saying, hey, I don't technically have to have an Xbox to play it. I can't afford to have all three systems anymore. Maybe I'll just scale back and get one, and if they're letting me play those games over there, at least I can still play the game that I like. And they're not taking that away from you. And I feel like that is them winning in the end, because they're still keeping your focus on what they want you to be focused on, which is still their game.
Okay.
In those terms, yes, is a positive thing. But the thing with me is the longevity of the service. How is it gonna really stay relevant?
And another thing we got to take into
how many people buy into it.
And that's
another thing we got to take into
that's
account is pricing of the service too, right? Now, Project xCloud, as of right now, there's no price point for Project xCloud. Game Pass, the way Game Pass is going, I can see Game Pass legit going up in price. I can see that going up.
It'd be like Netflix.
Yeah, I can see that going up higher. I think it'll be higher. I think it'll be higher than Netflix, to be honest with you. The way things are going, hell, they might even have bundles where they'll They will bundle it together with Xbox Live in general and have like their own thing going on. But I'm pretty sure Game Pass is going to go up in price the way things are going, because eventually they got to pay these third-party developers who are putting their games on the service. Eventually they got to, accommodate all the costs, especially first-party games, right? Because remember, Forte, you saw it with Crackdown, so this isn't something I'm making up, right? There was literally no.
Oh my God!
There's literally been next to no marketing for games that are on Game Pass aside from Halo, Gears, and Forza. Is there not? Like majority of the games that we see go on the service, they're not they're not marketed. It's mostly Game Pass is marketed, not the actual games itself.
Yeah,
it's the service.
If you got to think about the fact that they want to put it on everything, so you got to increase the price a little bit, to adjust, that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to. So
end of the day,
it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Me, again, like I said before, I called it months ago, and was ridiculed all that junk. Now that it's happened, I'm just sitting here enjoying the fireworks.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm looking at a distance. Like the amount of people just getting butthurt by the situation and putting emphasis on why they shouldn't do this, why they shouldn't do that.
Yep.
Just get over it, man. It's a change that's gonna happen. Companies change, they change policies, they change.
This is more of a survival tactic, anything that it changed though. But it's more of a survival tactic.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, it is a survival tactic because they're not selling hardware as better as the competition. So they're gonna find ways to make themselves.
Yeah, Slow-Mo, you missed what I said. See, Slow-Mo, you missed what I said. They didn't market any game that's in Game Pass aside from Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Yeah, those are the only
games.
Those
are the only games that are going to get marketed. From what I'm looking at, the only games that's going to get the proper marketing are Halo, Gears, and Forza. These same three established franchises. The rest of the other games are not getting advertised. They're just that's why Phil comes out to these events and says, well, yeah, you guys check out Game Pass. It's an amazing offer. Remember? He does that all the time.
Yeah, Game Pass is the emphasis, man.
Yeah, he'll say, check out Game Pass.
The console is irrelevant now. It's irrelevant.
It is. Very irrelevant.
But that's okay.
Yeah, but that's not
what they want.
Exactly. They want to be more. They want to be more, and that's what they're aiming for. They want to be more of a not a conglomerate, but they want to be a service. Yeah, they want to be on everywhere. And yeah. And again, what happens when you sell services, you get more profit at the end of the day when you sell a service.
Exactly.
But you know what's the problem?
You make all your money on software anyway.
Exactly.
But you know what's the problem though? That most of the old school gen Xbox owners, right? They want that. They still want to have that traditional experience from buying the hardware, and they're not ready to give up on it completely. But listen, man. Look at the bigger picture and see how things are revolving around this whole situation. A couple of years from now, you're still gonna have the hardware. It's just gonna be done in a different manner.
Yeah, very, very true. Let me take that off the screen. Appreciate it.
I play all my Xbox exclusives on PC anyway. You feel me? Because I ain't playing them games at 30 frames. So like I only use my Xbox really to like
30
play games that are on
GamePass.
Cinematic
experience, bro. What you talking about?
Bro, 30 frames per second could.
Usually I would call you a liar. You went back and played Gears of War, so you kind of got me there.
Listen, man.
Bro, 30 frames is
let me pay the bill.
Let's not make it about anyway.
Let me pay the bills. It's from RD El Matador. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate it. He said, if the Switch don't have to be paid for Xbox Live, that's all time low. You don't treat your core like that. Phil really don't care for the backlash at all. And that's true. He has a good point. You don't have to pay for Xbox Live on the Switch. You don't have to pay for that.
Well, I again, when you are getting your balls kicked every day, you don't get to make choices.
Well, let me ask you something, Kate. Do you think you can go into an environment where people aren't paying for something and expect them to actually pay you for it now?
I expect people who are getting whipped to have to pay for everything.
Well, no. Can you go to PC where people don't pay for anything and think they're going to pay for a service?
Shout out to Slow-Mo later, brother. See you later.
Well, same thing with Nintendo. How you gonna go to Nintendo service and charge them for a service that on their system? I mean, that's never gonna happen. They're not gonna allow you to make money by monetizing their system with your service unless they're getting something.
They're building upon it. I'm telling you, as soon as this network is done, right? As soon as they officially tweak Nintendo's network where they add the achievements and trophies, right? All that junk. As soon as they get all that stuff done and Xbox Live is fully merged, you're gonna see some little way they'll get you to pay for Xbox.
Oh, they might charge you, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna charge you.
If you get
like a pre-to-play beta service right now, you think about it.
If you can get the full Xbox Live experience, party chat, achievements, basically anything that's on Xbox One,
everything exactly.
If you can get that on Switch, you will pay for it. They will charge you.
And knowing Nintendo, remember this is a survive together type of agreement they got, right, Forte? So knowing them, it might be a bundle type of service you have to subscribe to.
Well, Nintendo. I just think Nintendo was so far behind when it came to their internet. When Microsoft came to them with that idea, they were like,
they couldn't pass it up, right?
That's too good to pass it up.
Yeah, that's it.
They already have the infrastructure built.
Yeah, that is very, very true. That is a very good point.
Now, my other perspective on this, right? Now that we're emphasizing this whole survive together mantra and doing all these things in order to make shall we say Xbox Live
OBJ the Don in the building.
What's up, OBJ? More accessible to the masses, right? Why don't they just put down the free to play paywall and just eliminate it?
That's a major L. They need to do that. They need to change that.
Why does that still exist? You know?
I don't know. They need to get rid of that, man.
Yeah, that should be eliminated completely. I think you see this is where I'm getting, trying to grasp a little bit from everything that everybody's saying. But to my point, with this whole situation, I still see that free-to-play paywall as the biggest problem, and I think that's one of the reasons why Sony doesn't even want to go near Microsoft for that situation, because they don't want to be put in that same predicament where, well, you got free-to-play, but now you're gonna start charging us for the usage of the games too as well, like Microsoft, and that's another thing that people are really overlooking at. Instead of just saying, you know what? Let's make an emphasis to make Microsoft take the free to play paywall and just let everybody have access to what they need to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think this shit's crazy though. This really does get you scared for next gen, don't it? Like so much shit, so much fuckery going around with services and the way these companies are going. It's insane. It really is. It really is.
It shouldn't be. I mean, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, it is. But you think about it, just look at the core shit. Like majority of the shit that we fought against at the start of this generation has made a triumphant return.
Well, but again, all right. Have you ever heard the story of the man who works 7 to 3:30, and then he goes to work one day, and then he says, "Oh, they pull him in the office, and they say you've been doing a great job, but we need you to work 11 to 7 because your 7 to 3 jobs get eliminated." And the guy just says, "Okay, I don't want to work 11 to 7. But that's fine. That's where you need me." That's what the Xbox community tie is doing. Okay, they don't care. Xbox came out there with a rubber duck, 2 chickens, and a pig.
Quack, quack.
It'll be a great game. They will get on Twitter and say, "Yep, Philip said it's going to be a great game, boss, so we're going to go ahead and
wow.
It's going to have 18 boss. I mean, that's what let me get my shoes. Let me tap dance.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, man.
So,
hit that like button, man.
We got 99 people, 100 people in here. Hit that like button.
So why is there a paywall? Because Master says the paywall is good. Master thinks that's a good idea.
All right, so
that's why.
Yo, you might be that Malcolm X when he was like he's talking about the house slave. You remember what I'm talking about when he's sitting going when the slave master said we sick, he's like, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?"
Yeah, we sick. We gonna get us a new Xbox here, boss.
Oh yeah.
So this is what. So I'll tell you what I think is gonna happen with this paywall, because I think it's gonna change too, and people are gonna say when I say this, they're gonna say this whole wait to E3, but there's a reason I'm gonna say the reason they're gonna wait to E3 to do it. Mm-hmm. Microsoft's they make too much money, first of all, off of people playing those games free to play. That's a lot of money they'll be leaving on the table, which I don't agree. They still should change it now. But I think they're going to wait till E3 because Microsoft's fiscal year is up in June. June 30th is the end of the year for 2018 for them, and they'll make that announcement at E3 saying we're making all free to game play. You don't have to have an Xbox Live to do it. So when they start their next fiscal year, starting in July, that's when you'll start seeing the paywall come off of that. But you won't see it before then because Microsoft still has investments they got all the way up until June. And I think that's the only reason they haven't.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this live on the RGT. So if they don't show nothing, that means I have the permission to hit you with a turtle shell.
Bing, bing, bing.
You should hit me because I can't. Because if they don't do it then I don't know what they're thinking.
And honor Nintendo and all these Nintendo rooms, I'm just gonna hit you with a damn turtle shell.
Oh my God, man!
Sound good? Yeah. I'm just gonna hit you dead.
You know where to find me.
Oh man! But listening to everybody, man, and how all of this is going on, man, like. I want to know, are you guys going to literally enjoy gaming for next gen? Are there going to be any kind of smoking mirrors that you guys are going to try to avoid, or are you just going to go in, just try to grasp on everything that's going to be thrown out?
I'm just going to wait for the games to come out that interest me and then go from there. Some games are going to surprise me. Some games are going to disappoint me. Pretty much no different than what the generation's been doing so far.
Okay. I can already see Forte going off his word and buying Days Gone because let's face it, Days Gone looks good.
I already got paid.
Exactly. You said, "Oh, it looks like another." He's like, "It looks like another zombie game on Scumcast." People, so I'm talking about with Forte. Oh, it looks like another generic zombie game. But as soon as you see the new trailer, I paid that off.
Yo, Ryan, are you okay, man?
Yo,
Forte, you think you could hook me up with a little discount rate, man? I'll send you some little extra chicken so that Days Gone, man.
Oh, here you go, man. Here you go, man.
Oh, we talking about discounts? Word?
Discounts. All you gotta do is hit the Sony Ben PR person up, man.
All right, I got you. I'm just trying to throw something out.
You get it for free anyway because your job, right? You get it for free, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm already jealous.
My dad, so I get every game for free.
I'm already jealous right now. He got it for free. I have to pay for it, but he gets it for free.
Damn, man. Yeah, I had to shoot my shot.
I got to pay for some games though.
You got to pay for some. What, for early access or?
No, I had to buy Anthem. because I wanted it on.
Wait, what, Forte? What, you work in the industry or something, or like?
No, I'm store manager at GameStop.
He's a store manager.
Shit.
He gets it.
Oh shit! I work at GameStop too. What the fuck?
Oh
shit! Hey, yo, hold on. Yo, don't call my boss, bro. Chill.
Leave us alone, man. We know the companies, and we know the companies going.
Hey, answer before we close this show, fellas. Since you work at GameStop and you imagine all that, I need you to answer this very good question, bro. Why is there every time I go to a GameStop and I ask for a game, I always get the dumbest employee on the fucking planet that doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
that means you need to go to a different store.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Like, no, this is the reason why I don't go to GameStop. Back when Spider-Man came out and I wanted to pre-order the collector's edition, you know, the one that OBJ unboxed. I went into the store. Right? I asked my dude. I was like, bro, I want to pre-order that collector's edition. You got that in stock? My dude said, which system? Immediately I left because first of all, on the sign, remember there's an advertisement outside the store, and it's literally saying only on PlayStation.
Yo,
it's on the store.
That dude needs to be retrained.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna answer this question as nicely as possible. So, first of all, when I say you need to find another GameStop, I'm really serious about it. If you walk into a GameStop and you see the same people over a calendar year every day, don't shop at that GameStop. Just because. I mean,
I'm just saying. I've rated some real-looking, sophisticated looking dudes that y'all be hiring.
That don't mean nothing, bro. Look, I promoted so many people out of I basically turn over my staff every year. That's because I train my people, I get them out of my damn store so I can get new people in.
Facts.
I want to become a fucking DM. I don't want to sit here and just hold dead weight in my store.
Absolutely.
If you have people that just sit in your store and they're not helping you by helping customers get what the fuck they need,
right,
then they need to go. So there's only two reasons a person will still be in a store past the year.
Yeah.
A, they don't know what the heck they're doing and their managers don't care. Or B, they're new hires and then they just learned the job. If they say that they've been there longer than 4 or 5 months and they're still asking questions like that and they don't know what they're talking about, you need to find another store, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if you want me to elaborate on this a little bit more, hey guys, this is a little story time. This is pretty much the end of the show, but this is story time right here. I'm gonna elaborate this. So I remember when the Xbox One X launched, right? My man literally didn't know the difference between the X and the S.
What is the difference?
He was sitting there. He was sitting there going off the spreadsheet. He was going off a spreadsheet for it. He wrote it down on a piece of paper. He's going off a spreadsheet. Well, dude asked him, what's the difference between the X and the S? He's like, oh, well, this was true 4K. It's 6 teraflops. It's this. I'm like, okay. Okay.
I will say this. When you ask the difference between those two systems, because it's more PlayStation people out here,
right.
Even at my store up for a while, like my people know the differences between the systems. Now, if you was to ask them some elaborate way of like how to make the Xbox do something, they'll look at me like, they'll be like, bro, you know we don't play on Xbox.
Nah, but you know the subtle differences between the 1S and the 1X.
Yeah, they know the difference.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a bigger gap compared to the Pro.
They all use the comparison of a charger. I say, hey, when someone asks you what the difference between the S and the X is, just tell them the X is a Hellcat and the regular Xbox is a regular GT. That's all.
Yo, somebody in the chat said, you ever tried to talk some sense into a customer wanted to buy an Xbox? I'm dead.
Nah. Here's the thing. I learned my lesson after seeing people literally stalk people at Best Buy. That I would never do nothing like that. And I think Nautical knows what I'm talking about. But my dude literally camped outside of GameStop. Actually, no, it was Best Buy. He camped outside of Best Buy just to see who was going to buy an Xbox over a PlayStation.
Somebody did that? Really?
Yes.
Who did that?
Le Best Buy.
Yo, can we not?
I like how Matt's looking at everybody's like, can we not?
Le Best Buy.
Don't say it.
I don't want to spotlight people, man.
He's not going to
It's okay. It's okay, my friend. It's okay. You have to stock in order to make your purchase warranted. You know.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you're not buying that PS4.
Maybe it made me sleep good at night. Okay.
Nah, but yo, it's pretty obvious. There's a difference between the design of the One S and the Xbox One X. Like literally, it's easy to tell. One is an enclosed, and the other one has an open mesh where the fan is at. Man.
Yo, that's Med. That's your new catchphrase, bro. Can we not?
Yeah. We could do that. Can we not?
Can we not?
Can we not?
Yeah, remind me of my sister when he does that.
All right, let's wrap this up. Y'all crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the RGT episode 49. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. If you guys did, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for everybody who came through and supported. Shout out to homie Diver, everybody that's in the chat. I know a lot of people was here. Thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna let everybody get their outros out. We're gonna shut it down. My homie Pablo the Third. What's up, my brother? Go ahead. Get that outro out.
Yo, it was a great show, man. Everybody has some good opinions on here. It was nice hearing everybody's like different
what can they find
perspectives on everything. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I don't really do this YouTube shit like that, but you can find me at Harlem X Poncho on Twitter, and we can talk some shit. You heard?
For sure. I got you. Mr. Devil Shooter.
Thanks for the invite, Ryan.
Anytime.
Yeah, I had a fun show. I don't really do YouTube, but if you want to add me on PSN, my gamer tag is Devil Shooter 125.
All right. Mr. Messiah, Mr. Butter Biscuits.
hey, the leader of the Xbox community.
There you go.
Vaughn, and you don't have to follow me on Twitter because I'm already watching you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. That is what left. Like, you don't need to follow me. I'm already watching you. That's funny.
Oh my god, man.
That's perfect. Carlos, go ahead.
Yo, as always, man. Gamer by choice, not by trend. Episode 49. Follow me at Just My Girls for Twitter. PSN ID type R87 TYPR87. And hey, keep buttering them biscuits.
They're going a new level today. I don't know what happened. That man found Phil Spencer's damn Xbox juice. I don't know.
And let me get a little proper shout out to all my Latin family from Cagua, Ponce. Yo, mad love and respect.
There you go. Go ahead, Mr. Meds.
I'm sick of y'all. Y'all's annoying. And can you believe that the leader of the Xbox community won't even follow me on Twitter? The nerve of this
Messiah,
man. The nerve.
Messiah, you gotta follow.
But anyway,
man.
Anyway,
you sure you didn't change your damn your Twitter handle?
Listen, you guys can reach me at the Real Meds _ on Twitter. I'm gonna probably be streaming Apex Legends with two of these fellas right after the show.
I'm down. What's up? I got it on PC as well.
Also, I'm going to be starting very soon. Keep an eye out. I'm going to be starting my own podcast, probably a solo podcast, maybe just have a second person, perhaps, about mixed martial arts. So
I'm down for
if you're interested in that, keep an eye out on that.
Hold on, where I'll sign up for that, bro.
Yeah,
we down for that. You got support on that one. All right, for sure.
Peace out,
and
people.
Mr. Nautical, aka Gaming Forte, the brother from another mother. From Scumcast.
Oh Lord, Luca done got you, man. She got you calling me my gamer.
Nah, bro, you might.
Nah, like she. Listen, the whole time, the whole time I was on the damn show, like, who the hell is Nautical?
Nautical.
Yeah. Just said Nautical, like, who the hell is Nautical?
Yeah, bro, we ain't calling you Nautical.
Jumps in there like, what the hell? That's Forte,
look,
you
man,
damn.
Look. Yeah, well, that's Lucas. She said change YouTube, change Twitter, change everything over to Nautical.
Oh my god!
So as of right now, it's still Gaming Forte everywhere, and we'll see how that continues in the near future. She's very influential, so you never know. But as always, I have fun listening to the podcast. I'm always listening. I just have to be on vacation this week so I can drop in. So appreciate the invite, and you guys all have a great weekend.
Anytime, too, brother. Anytime.
Oh, y'all stay blessed, man.
Anytime indeed, man. Good to talk to you, everybody. Definitely check out Scumcast on Saturdays, right? Every Saturday we doing?
Yeah, Saturday at 5:30 this week because Luca's getting their hair done again.
Oh, her hair ain't nothing but an inch and a half long.
Oh shit!
What do you mean?
You might be.
I called it out in the last week. I don't care.
Yo,
I said it, Luca.
Don't get her started, man.
I said it. Come at me.
Look, man,
he want that smoke. He want all that smoke.
She left you alone about that name over the week, man. Now don't get her started up with me.
Oh, we're crazy. Nah, stop. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. I'm Ryan, aka Big Cloud Gaming, and that was it. RGT episode 49. We will see you guys next Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys again. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. And I'm out of here.
Shout out to the Titanfall. Shout out to the Foxy.